What's up guys, this is Shams11 and welcome to Rock Zombie on the Xbox One. And before we begin, I'd like to say thank you to Julio Maruno from publishers Enjoy Up Games for giving me the chance to play this. This is developed by Quanterian Studios, is 1.73 gig, is released today, the day I'm releasing this video, the 4th of December. And what do we have? We have essentially a side-scrolling slash-em-up. At the time of publishing this, I don't have a price on it officially, but it's believed to be around £6.39 mark. Under $10 if you're in America. And being an independent YouTuber, I have a few rules of my own. First up is I try and play a game as much as I can so I get a full picture of it, and secondly, I'd be honest with you guys, because this is what I'd want to know before purchasing a game. Now, there's a few things I have to take into account with this game. It's pretty much developed just by one guy. Fair enough. It's previously been available on PC, Wii U, and iOS. That's a slight warning light to me. But what I have to bear in mind is that you guys are going to be paying money for this. And is it worth it? Because that's, at the end of the day, is it a good game? Now, I'm going to come straight out and say it. This is the worst game on Xbox One. Let me explain a few things why. Apparently, this is a horrific, scary slash-em-up of 20 plus levels. Basically, we play as one of three girls in the band Rock Zombie, I think, I can't even remember, and a zombie attack for no reason has happened on the world's largest stage, and although there's three of us, just one of us at a time is going to go and fight. We're going to use a guitar as a weapon, and as you saw at the beginning there, you can pick which girl you want, which outfit you have, which are all locked to start off with, which guitar you use, which are all locked to start off with, and we go straight into a fairly basic but comprehensive tutorial, which is fairly boring and we'll skip on, I think, fairly quickly. Then we're introduced to these worlds. Now, this reminds me very much of some of the old sort of PS1 and earlier games. There was a game called Fighting Force. This is very much like, and of course the obvious ones would be things like the Streets of Rage kind of games, the Double Dragon games. Now, what you can see happening here is the horrific detection system. It is very easy to miss these zombies, let alone get combos. Graphically wise, it just looks, I mean, this would be basic graphics on a 360. This is not pushing an Xbox One in the slightest. The guitars are kind of super glued to the inside of the girls' hands. The girls are all very stereotypically 90s, for no reason at all, have very skimpy tops on. The action, the levels themselves are very linear. You can see finding these collectibles is taking absolutely no effort whatsoever. The zombies are slow and repetitive, which would be good if there were hundreds of them, but quite often you get to sections where there's just one or two, and they are ridiculously easy to take out. And I've been playing this game for a few weeks now, unfortunately. I've been playing on the medium difficulty setting. I've got halfway through the game and, quite frankly, lost the will to live. The levels are ridiculously long as well. Now, this is one of the first stages. In fact, this is the first proper stage, and it makes sense to have a long street. I understand that. There's a level later on where we just play in the world's longest bathroom. It goes on, and then every now and then they're separated with these motorcycle sections for almost no reason. The bike takes no damage from ramming into countless zombies, but will explode ridiculously quickly when it touches an enemy. A piece of the scenery, it just explodes. There are patches of acid on the floor for no reason at all, and there's really no need to actually hit any zombies. You can just dodge everything. In between, at the end of levels, we have these comic books that basically look like they're screens taken from an early Final Fantasy game and then zoomed in. I mean, just look how horrific these are. The wording on them is awful. barely makes any sense. Why we've exploded into a toilet, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. During the level you can pick up coins, which you may have seen me pick a few up. At the end of the level you get coins. They help you unlock random boxes that give you new outfits and new weapons, and frankly they make almost no difference. There are 3 females in the band. All of them have exactly the same skill sets, can do exactly the same moves. There's nothing different. If you pick one that's good at magic, they can do exactly the same attack moves as one that's good at hitting hard. I pretty much just killed myself here because I had enough. And there's just what doesn't make sense is for 3 characters, 3 girls in the band, you only get to play 1. There's absolutely no multiplayer, and at the end of each level the other 2 girls run onto the screen. So they've been following you the whole time, just letting you kill everything. There are a few different zombies. Some are on fire for no reason. Some can burp acid because they're fat. And we have these spiders that apparently explode into acid but don't actually hurt you with this acid. And then there'll be traps that can't hit this zombie at all. I mean, for no reason at all. There'll be random traps like cobwebs on the floor on levels where there aren't any spiders that do damage, or this level where there's these, you can see them now, these smoking brown pools that have giant hands that grab you for almost no reason. You'll find yourself pressing these same buttons over and over and over again, with absolutely terrible camera angles, very reminiscent of the early Resident Evil games. Make some sections like this almost impossible to navigate and dodge anything. Oh yeah. Overall guys, this is just appalling. It doesn't matter how many people develop this, what kind of budget was spent on it. This is not worth your money. This is without doubt the worst game I've played in a long while, let alone the worst game on the Xbox One. And I thoroughly recommend you just don't bother. I hate to say this, it's the first time I've ever recommended you avoid a game like The Plague, I think, but I really would play anything. And what terrible timing in December when we've had 1,000 games, AAA titles out. Why bother? Continue? No, thank you. Thank you for watching. Till next time.